Hello, everybody.
It's
Hello.
it
Yeah.
didn't say inanimate. It said inorganic. Hello.
Oh, inorganic. I see.
It's like a polycarbon fiber. Is what
So
it is.
this is the conversations that I miss when we
Yes.
start going live. They start talking and planning.
But it looks like wood, but it's not.
We're trying to figure out if Emissary would take disadvantage if I shattered him.
Yes, he's made of metal.
Polycarbon fiber.
Yeah, there we have the answer.
Made of metal. What's up,
Metal,
Mr. Bullock? Thanks for being in the chat already. Love
that
to
Brooke
see
in
that.
there?
It is. So fantastic. Well, everybody have a wonderful week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was good.
Good. Zahad, Colin, it's nice to have you back. We missed
It's
you
nice
last
to be back.
week. I know this last week was a killer for you, so
It's been
Oh.
great.
he means that with the dripping sarcasm that you can hear from that. So
Towels are provided.
fantastic. Well, Aiden, what's going on in Red Dirt RPG land this week?
Yeah. So we'll actually start with the news show, Wayfinder Legends. I think they just got to episode 5?
Yep.
Episode 5.
Oh.
Puppy Love. I think there's something involving wargs in that one. So that's a lot of fun. I was gonna need to catch up on that, but yes, lots of fun there. They've been enjoying it, and at our Patreon hangout, we got a lot of news, a lot of stuff, a little bit of insight on that. So if you ever consider becoming a patron, you get little insights and
I
stuff at our
missed
Patreon
that.
hangouts.
I had to work.
Yep. As for Tuesday, we had Keys from the Golden Vault, episode 58, Lying Liars Who Lie, in which they attempt to get this stranger, as he is known, out of his little jail cell by playing a game and lying to the guard.
We didn't lie.
No, he lied, though. Probably a bit too much, but, we'll see. As for the main podcast today and Sunday for our patrons was episode 88, Midsummer's Nightmare, Crowd of Madness. Sorry. That's a mouthful of a name. In which the Carnival of Luck and Fortune goes awry, and you'll just have to listen to find out in what way. Other than that, I believe that's it. There's no plausible deniability this Thursday. But there should be one next Thursday. We also have the Blue Note event coming up. Sunday, yes. Once again, if you have not gotten your food stuff for that, if you're not pre-ordered your food and gotten your tickets yet, please do that as soon as possible. Just get those in.
I don't know what Mark has planned, but it's gonna be interesting.
It's always fun. So
yeah.
Other than that, I think that's all for Red Dirt news. Next con, I believe, is still Miracle Con, which will be August
24th.
In August
24th. Yes, it's Saturday. North Edmond at I think it's an embassy.
Yeah, Embassy Suites.
Yeah,
no, that's not suite.
Center.
Yeah,
it's a convention center. Yeah,
so,
North
yeah.
Edmond. Great hotel, great little thing. All the proceeds goes to Children's Miracle Network. Great cause. Also something Red Dirt takes a part in with Extra Life, which is coming up in November. So looking forward to that. Starting to plan.
We'll have a competitive event for that, which is almost already finished written.
Fantastic.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
So that'll be for Extra Life in November. So stay tuned for that.
Awesome. Tim, you want to talk about that Patreon? How
Yeah.
can people get into those hangouts?
They can, go to patreon.com/RedDirtDND, and you too can be part of the Patreon Hangouts, which we have it once every other month. I could not make it this past week. I was down in Dallas for a couple days, but sorry I missed that. But yeah, I kind of want to hear, like I said, hear the tidbits. I can meet some maybe the cast from the Wayfinder Legends show. You can, but if you do join at the lowest tier, you can get access to the Patreon Hangouts. You get access to the Discord server where you can kind of talk and share memes and have a good time with friends and fans of Red Dirt. D&D. You also
Get all the inside memes from
Yeah,
Melt during Mysteries
so
of Vyatryx as things are going on.
those are a fun way to recap. It's kind of funny. It's a little puzzle. If you haven't seen the show and you go back and see those by themselves, you wonder what's happening, but it makes you want to go back and actually watch it. But you do get, if you join at different levels, you get different. Well, you get like quarterly T-shirts or minis. But at the base level, you get the Discord server. You get access to the podcast, the main podcast, which comes 4 days early, and in the roundtable, which again is a way that it's like a deep dive into the previous 4 episodes of the main podcast, where you again get insights into and it's kind of like a backstage pass into what they were doing, which is pretty cool. So it's fun to see what the showrunner has been up to. Podcast. But anyway, that's patreon.com/reddirtdnd, and go there if you like what you see here. It allows us to go to cons and bring you some more goodness your way. So head there, and I think that's all I got.
Fantastic. And Michael.
Yes. For those of you who wish to support what we do here, like what we do here, and wish to show your fandom, or show off your fandom, we do have a merch store. You can get to that by going to our main website, Red Dirt D&D. Up at the top, you'll see a merch tab. Click that; it'll redirect you to our merch store, where I can tell you that we have more Shenanigans Unplugged shirts. Yay!
Ooh,
There's
really?
much rejoicing. Those are back there now. We also have hats. We have other short sleeve shirts with the Red Dirt D&D emblem on it, a hoodie with the Red Dirt D&D emblem on it, and a coffee cup with Red Dirt D&D. So, if you feel like supporting what we do here, supporting us getting to the cons and coming out and meet you fine folks out there, that is a good way to show your support to us, help us do the things that you enjoy, and show you support us.
Yeah, fantastic.
Excellent.
So, I'm on the website and I noticed that these supporter exclusive Patreon shirts.
They are.
They are.
Oh,
Damn.
So that is the newest one that they gave for some of the upper tiers. So
nice.
that is Camp Glimmerwood from the Tales campaign. Kiri told that one was absolutely amazing, where they got to be camp counselors at a summer camp in the Feywild, and they stayed in Owlbear Cabin. So that's kind of where that one came from. It is amazing.
And yours
Well
is
done, Stuart,
is the Mysteries of Vyatryx.
Oh yeah, that's another exclusive. See, that's right. That was part of the.
Yeah, that's one actually Tim Emissary made. He actually drew that as a special just kind of commission just for the cast, and then Connor saw it and went, I want that on a shirt. And it got mailed out. So no, they do great shirts. Every quarter you get a brand new shirt. Almost some of the higher tiers. The top 2 tiers actually get a mini from Hero Forge that they purchased from one of the shows. Mystery of Vyatryx has been lucky. We are 3 for 3 on minis. We have a Brad, we have a Doodler, and we have a Buster mini. And so we look forward. That next one should be coming soon. So those in the upper tiers will be taking a vote on what mini they would like to see. And so we're excited to see what they decide, and hopefully we can keep that streak alive. But you never know. There's a brand new show that has some very interesting characters that would be very interesting to see. Fallon and the Hobgoblin. I forget his name.
Body.
Body, yes.
Body.
His artwork. I don't know if that was done by somebody on the cast or if he paid somebody, but that was amazing to see
That was cool.
on the
That was
Discord server. So, yeah.
Can we announce who the nominee is
Nope.
from Vyatryx cast?
That is something that will come through from uppers to those that get to make that decision, and then we will.
I think I'm gonna start it here. I think maybe we should start like a little like mini war in the Discord to decide like to fight over who's going in. Like we should start making propaganda for who to vote for.
Yeah.
We might have to do that.
I'm down. I'm down for waging the war, throwing down the gauntlet. You heard it here, Brooke. We're throwing down the gauntlet. We will campaign for the Mysteries of Vyatryx mini until we die.
Unfortunately, I have to die on another hill.
Oh, you will.
Probably. We'll see.
I mean, you're technically part of 2 others, so
Yeah, I have to die on maybe 2 other
Sudden but
hills.
inevitable betrayal.
Son of
although I may, if we go the way we were talking about earlier, I may have to die on another hill too, but that's for different reasons.
Betrayed by our own DM.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm
Terrible.
sorry.
Fired. New DM.
Yeah, get a new DM in
Yeah.
his home created world.
Oh, make houses and
Brennan-
clowns.
Brennan Lee Mulligan, we're gonna need you to step in.
Oh,
Wow.
him.
Don't invoke his name.
I mean, he has.
I heard
done
if you say it 3
Calamity
times in a-
great.
If you say it 3 times in a mirror, he will appear and he will run your game.
Is
that
that
might
true?
be tempting to test.
Yeah, you might want to test that out.
Although, if that happens, you all need to have 3 backup characters.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
I mean, part 1 of Vyatryx was super great, but the campaign we did right before that was the TPK, right? Like that's how it ended. Everyone remembers the same thing.
I don't know.
Pretty
Tactic.
much.
Pretty sure I survived. Just different. Still.
Didn't your future character kill your past character or something crazy?
I am the only person confirmed to kill myself.
You can't say that every day.
Yep. Anyways, all right. Well, enough with that good little banter. We're gonna go into thanking our sponsors, SDWay Gaming and Pro Laser Cuts. From there, we'll go into our recap and our opening credits, and then we'll get into tonight's episode of Mysteries of Vyatryx Conscripted.
The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SDWay Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SDWay Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SDWay Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SDWay Gaming on Facebook.
Last time on Mysteries of Vyatryx, our adventurers defeated the undead of the swamp and made their way to the giant tree. Inside, they discovered Iso the patient, a great black worm, injured and hopeless. After stabilizing her, the group learned that she and her village had been attacked and her child was stolen. Deeming this a proper emergency, Nasara initiated the others as impromptu members of the Horizon Walkers after being interrogated by them. Using Murphy's familiar, she sent a letter in hopes that it would reach the Horizon Elders and aid would come soon. Join us as we find out what happens next on Mysteries of Vyatryx.
Ulrich,
That-
yeah. Didn't the dragon say
Well,
that?
All right.
yeah, we asked her if she heard them say anything, and she said the
Oh,
only thing she
that's right,
heard
the
them say
people.
was all.
Yeah.
The people said that. Okay.
Alrighty. As we come back in, we see Murphy, Kieran, and Zahad walking down the steps to meet Nasara, Melt, and Emissary in a secret downstairs compartment.
It hasn't been that long. I wonder what we missed.
Nothing important.
Well,
I do need to correct one thing. Murphy, you know Animal Messenger, the spell, only lasts for 24 hours. You guys are longer than 24 hours from Abkirk. So you know that spell would not have worked at the end of last episode. So I am going to retract that you guys did that at this point.
Would
Wait, you
My-
need to send a message?
well, I'm sending a familiar.
If
Yeah,
if
we
I,
need to send a message.
if
Basically.
I may, I can just deposit a letter in this bag I have, and it'll go to my people.
that would be very helpful, Lord Zahad.
Now you say something after we come up with this complicated process.
I feel
I
as
used
if
the
you-
spell slot. Dang it!
You've been really quiet this whole time, considering you had a letter bag, apparently.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've just been staring at this weird bug on this wall for 15 hours. It's gone. Where did it go?
No.
Oh, it's right there, Zahad. Let me get
You're
that off of you. There we go. Okay, and
I wouldn't have
toss
colored
away.
you in entomology enthusiast. But yes, if you could, when you say you put a letter in that bag and it goes like directly to a person or like to one of your butlers who will then directly get it to somewhere, or what's the process, if you will?
What situation?
Master Zahad.
Oh boy.
Oh, he froze.
I hope it goes directly to someone. I have this direct vision of just like a little slot opening and before someone and just thunk.
Like a mailroom.
Yeah, just like oh jeez.
Something to read. It'll appear in the bag. Take it out. We sign it and put it in, and it will disappear.
But when you say it disappears, where does it go?
I don't know. I have so many. Look at, I have 15 letters here since we've been standing here for 15 hours staring at this bug. I should probably get into these.
Well, to be honest, I don't know how quiet you listeners would have been about the whole message anyway, so it wouldn't have been discreet sending it that way either. You might as well just put it in the bag.
Sorry, Ulysses?
Oh yeah.
Ulysses? Who's
He'll-
Ulysses?
He's gonna throw up his familiar, which is now a pink crow since he's cast it for today.
Where did that...
Is my
Murphy, why is it so slime?
It's not slimy. It's a little saliva, but it's fine. You don't want him coming out dry. It's uncomfortable.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm happy to send a letter for you. Do you have it?
I'm writing.
There we go. Yeah.
Same message as last time. The way is open. The horizon is calling. And then I want to include the circle of the teleportation circle.
Sorry,
on the
way is
basement.
open. What was that?
The way is open. The horizon is calling. And then the teleportation circle that's in the basement.
There's a teleportation circle in the basement?
Yes.
Why do I
Lord
feel like
God.
nobody tells me anything important? I feel like I've been terribly just left in the dark.
Can you please?
I take responsibility for not informing you, Marquis.
Well, Zahad, let's just go down there. You take a look at everything. You figure out what they've messed up.
That seems imperative. I should do that. Sorry, I have written a letter for you. The way's open.
Can you please? Can I address it, or do you want to address it, or how do you intend for it to get to
Well-
where it's going?
Well, I will touch a piece of paper with this wand. I'll cast my spell and write everything down. I'll roll it up and put it in the bag.
Okay.
Do you
Can
have someone
put-
to send it to?
Yes, please send it to Sirabil Swifttooth. That is Sirabil Swifttooth.
I'm glad I didn't write that wrong.
Zahad said, "I'm writing this down."
All right. I hand you the parchment. Do you have a signature, a sigil, sign? Would you like me to put my sigil upon it to have it properly documented and sent very quickly?
I would like that. Yes, please.
Excellent. They have a service called the X-Fed. They're very fast.
Yes. Very, very wonderful. While that letter is being processed, if you would join us in the basement, there is a teleportation circle, and I do not know how to activate it. And so if you could take a look at it, that would be most appreciated.
I have a vague recollection of how portals work. Let's take a look. It's a portal.
Yeah, it is literally it's an inscribed teleportation circle in the ground.
So it's like, okay.
Yep,
Not like a
it's
Stargate.
It's exactly what you guys took from Abkirk to Druntachin. It's
Oh,
the
okay.
exact same thing, except it's got different runes and makeups to mark this as its home.
Well, considering I can see it, I'll just do my wand trick, my cantrip, and just make a perfect copy of it. Excellent. This will be very important at some point. I remember how the spell is supposed to work, but I'm not capable of casting a teleportation spell. It's been some time for me to need to conjure up as much arcane energy as I need. So it'll be some time.
Sahad, give me an Arcana check, if you would, please. Yep.
Love to. Oh my god. Yeah.
30 stupid.
28 actually.
Okay.
Nat
as-
20. Sorry,
yeah.
nat 20 plus 8.
Yeah. As you are looking at it, you do know that this one is a little bit different than other circles. It appears to have its own energy source. So, like, the circle itself is active right now. If you had the key to activate it and knew where you were going. So it doesn't necessarily need someone to cast the spell. It can be done that way. But this one, as you're looking at it, has different arcane sigils and glyphs on it. And it seems to be pulling power from its surroundings.
So it's not that it has a battery, it is siphoning off energy in the local domain,
Mhm.
which is close to I believe it's been said that this is near the entrance to the plane of ooze. Is that correct?
Nasara discussed that with Melt and Emissary, yes, last episode.
Oh, so I don't know that.
You don't know that, but it strikes you as this would have to be near something extra magical for this to work.
Which
There's
is why
a dragon upstairs that you
Yeah.
know about.
there's
Yeah,
a
sure.
dragon upstairs.
There is a great worm, a black
Yeah.
great worm upstairs that you guys have conversed.
I was watching a bug
Okay.
for hours, and no one told me the teleportation circle. No, there's a dragon. I didn't even get an introduction,
It's hard to miss the dragon.
and I have to be introduced to a dragon looking like this, and
I-
there's just like
Well,
mud.
So the good news is you do have a little bit of time to pretty up, as she is currently exhausted herself.
I see.
Yep.
If I may, have you already had the discussions you need to have with this dragon?
We-
Mostly.
We have spoken to her, but I believe she's incapacitated.
She's resting, I believe.
asleep. right now.
Yeah.
She's sleeping. She should wake up. She has a lingering injury that's
She is.
beyond our capabilities of dealing with.
Well, as you are all employed by me, I trust you all without a shadow of a doubt. Anything that needed to be said has already been said. Let's proceed forward.
Yep.
So, yes. So, Iso, the patient, is the black dragon upstairs. She is asleep. Her child has been kidnapped, presumably by a group of individuals similar to those which we fought in the tent above this place.
Who are from Kriegord?
Yes,
We're
and
going to Kriegord.
shared the parasite.
We're going to Kriegord. Let's all go up the ladder now.
Did we
If
get a
there's a
long rest
chance
in
that-
yet? Or are we still hurt?
It might be
We're still hurt.
prudent
I think we.
to rest.
Let's take a rest,
Prior-
and then we will go to Kriegord immediately.
I agree with
If there's
Sahad.
if there's a child of, obviously there's a child with this great worm. You said an elder dragon
But
of
so
some sort.
the other thing is that while I was under the influence of the parasite, I felt a hive mind. And I'm hoping that those 3 individuals that we saved might have more information on where their counterparts may be holed up. Because you need somewhere somewhat secure to keep a young dragon contained.
It's true. Very well. I suppose we should go up the ladder, then take a rest in that tent they have, and see if they have any information. Any other ideas?
Sounds good.
Sound like a good idea to me.
Very well.
Before we leave, I just want to check on ISO one more time. And I don't know. She's a great giant dragon, but I want to leave her a note so she knows that we didn't just ditch her if no one comes out of the portal anytime soon. So just gonna write her a quick note.
Oh, please allow me. Bop. It says, to who it may concern, Marquis Ragnir Axios Oculo Zahad, as am myself, I'm leaving you at that we are not leaving, but we will be back soon, and or keep in touch. There, this should do.
Do you just always have that one on standby? I'm assuming.
I have a lot of things memorized. Yes, this is just a standard document.
Wow, seems kind of non-personal.
It's 15 pages. It's honestly as small as I can make it.
It seems a little excessive.
Yeah. I think this print might be too small to read.
That one is for fairies. They do it in different scripts.
Why is there an emoticon here?
He's got it in common and draconic and in abyssal. It's the manuals for.
Yes, I don't read all these languages, but I have the images memorized, so I just cast my cantrip and I copy everything immediately.
I think at the church we called that a form letter. Yeah.
Dear sir, madam, we need your money in order to.
Yeah.
All right. So Iso is still sleeping. She seems to be resting here than when you first found her.
That is a huge dragon.
Yeah. It is probably even the biggest you have seen, Zahad. As a great worm.
Emissary, do you have my tape measure?
Let me see. I did not bring it, Zahad.
It's fine. It's fine. We can do it another time.
It's quite large. I'll try to.
Emissary, put your hands and measure the length by hand.
Oh, we're gonna measure this dragon in hands. Oh, what kind of horse is this?
No, I'll lay down, then I'll kind of flip over legs.
All right. She is 32 emissaries long by.
So, how did you mention the key at all, or were you just like talking to yourself, or were you like about the key that opens the portal? I mean,
Oh,
do you
no.
think that?
Yes, I imagine I splurted information like,
Yeah.
Yes, back in my day, we blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, because would like Nasara know that too? I guess, or no? Is that something that she would?
With the mention of the key, would I get an opportunity to know where such an
Or where it
item
would
might
take,
be?
yeah. Or do you think that it would just open it up and that would just go to the plane of slime? I guess, or Caden's
do I
realm, as
get
it were?
advantage on whatever roll this is?
It's going to be a history check for you, and unfortunately, because you did not finish,
School is very
Sarah,
important.
if you'd like, I can give you a bit of access to the insight in which I may have. Would you like an extra d6?
I would, and I'm also going
Please.
to pray about it and give myself guidance. And I'm going to spend my inspiration because I rolled a 6, and that is not going to do it for me. Right, so that is 22.
Pretty
with
good.
the mention of the key, mute. With the mentioning of the key, you do recall occasionally your father going away for a while, and he does not have ability to cast magic like that. But he had on his hip a tooth from the purple worm.
Oh, God. Can I, like, flash the magic eyes just real quick to see if I can see, like, a tooth that's already, like, fallen out and stored somewhere in a box? I don't want to rip Iso's tooth out of her while she's healing.
Nasara, I don't know what you're looking for, but I know a good dentist if you think that ISO requires anything dental-wise. You keep looking at her.
I don't think that's the problem. Like right back there's the problem, and I point to like the gash by her leg. It's like
No, I think this dragon might need braces. I don't think the teeth are quite straight.
that's not the problem. The problem's back there.
An Orthodox
No,
is not
in
to order.
like the back of her teeth. Is that the problem?
The problem is that her tooth may be the key to activating the portal.
I was going to say flossing
Oh.
is definitely needed here. As old as she
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
she should know better.
Nasara, do an arcana on that insight.
Nasara, would you like a d6?
I would.
Boom.
Uh, 16.
It wasn't the fact that it was the tooth itself. It's what was chosen to be the battery or the key. So a fresh one would not do it.
Okay.
It has to be enchanted with it. It has to be
Then
some sort of
I
item enchanted.
reiterate my statement of looking around for something that's got, like, I mean, teleportation, that's...
Conjuration.
That's conjuration magic. So I'm looking for... where's my document about looking at magic?
Orange.
Yeah, so I'm looking for neon orange, I think is what I'm looking for. I feel like that's a pretty visible color.
As you glance around,
I would like to look out into the swamp at the odd chance that one of the many corpses had the item on them.
give me a perception.
You are cutting in and out on the
Perception or investigation?
I heard you.
I suppose we'll just watch her look around for a minute.
Oh.
Is that all right, gang?
I mean,
I'll do investigation.
She seems really desperate to find something. I don't know why, but
Can I
Yeah.
pray
It
about
is
it?
as you
Mhm.
wish, Saad.
it's what she was doing earlier until I started yelling at her, and then, yeah.
28.
Okay. Anybody who is watching her do this may make an insight check. Mount
Yeah.
Emissary,
Yeah.
you already
Yeah.
know what she's doing, so you have
Okay.
advantage.
Yeah,
I got a 17 for
I know
mine.
things are going on.
Oop, just got a
Here.
10.
Yeah.
16.
Nasara, give me that
Oh,
roll, or are
good.
you trying to hide at this point?
20 and a half. Well, that's a nat 20. So
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
She's looking around, but I really don't know what for.
Yeah.
I mean,
It could be
that's
anything.
only a 25.
Mel.
but
I have,
at the
I-
same time, I feel like I got other stuff going on.
Kieran hasn't known
So-
Nassara long, so maybe he just thinks that her looking around frantically for things is normal now.
Yeah, it's true.
I would
Always
say,
seems to be. Go ahead.
I would say, yeah, you guys, you're starting to get suspicious. She is acting weird, even though basically, the moment you guys walked into this tree, she has discovered more than anybody else. She discovered ISO. She discovered the teleportation room. You know, she's dictated a letter to somebody. Like, you guys are getting the suspicion that there's more going on here than you have been informed.
Also,
Be fair.
Nassara, I have a very calming tea if you'd like some.
I mean, out of character. To be fair, I've got magic eyes, so
Mhm.
I can see stuff. But
Yeah.
the tea sounds lovely, Zahad. If you'd like to put it on, I'm just with a 28. Do I see anything out in the swamp,
my
or is it
gosh.
just not there?
You do see out in the middle of the swamp a faint neon orange.
And didn't Nasara share a little bit with Melt about? She didn't share too much, but about a secret society or about the shepherds and stuff. So we
both
know a
of
little
you,
bit about
yeah.
that. Yeah, I was down there.
Emissary was
there.
also standing there.
Yeah.
How far away is
100%.
it?
So on the map, it would be in the water. Over here. Yeah, it's not pinging, because of course it's not. For you, it's in the water. Come on.
In the
Yeah,
background,
right about
Zahad is
there.
trying to burn water.
Yep. About 100 away.
Well,
I'm wishing I had that snake again.
you have a snake?
Don't worry about it.
He's talking to a snake.
With that 28 also, like, do I see any more like undead gobbledygook? Like, what kind of? I know I'm seeing blue everywhere because of the illusion and all that fun stuff, but like,
There's an illusion here?
The swamp, it comes from the dragon. So it is her magic that is transforming this area to be a swamp. It
So
is
this
not
is not
really a
mud
swamp.
on my boots.
I mean,
It's as real as an illusion as you're going to get.
I mean, like, necromancy is a type of magic, and it is.
Not see any.
Well, Nassara, you are looking around. Should we give you a minute, or are we ready to go back up the ladder?
I would appreciate it actually if we could, Master Murphy, if you could help me. You have your little familiar. You said his name was Ulysses.
Yeah, there you go.
Can I like throw? Can I throw an Eldritch Blast at like where I need him to go because it's at a range of 120.
If
And
you
I'm
hit the key and destroy it, I will laugh.
I am not. It's underwater, first of all. It's
Also,
underwater, first of all.
I do want to
First of
point
all,
out
it's
you
magic. You can't destroy magic items
by
that
the-
easily.
by the way, just of the wording of the spell, just a weird thing. You have to target a creature with Eldritch Blast, technically.
That's fair. Okay.
Throw the
Target
frog and
fly.
then shoot the frog to let the frog know which way it needs to go.
Fine, God, you guys, fine. I'll just go myself. I'll be in the muck
No,
and the
no, of
growth.
course not. You won't do this alone. I will go with
no.
you.
Yeah. You could send me. It doesn't matter.
Emissary, please boil
I
the
will
water
join,
for this
yes.
tea.
Yeah, so we're gonna go
Of course,
with our slow selves
Yeah.
all the
Trudge.
way out into the muck.
Trudge.
You're all running so fast.
Trudge.
there
Trudge.
yet?
Trudge.
We went back
Trudge.
inside to
Alright,
make
you
some
are-
tea.
You are there now.
Okay, cool. And I would like to pick it up and clean it off. And what is it?
As you pick it up, a split claw, a dragon claw that is cracked down the middle.
Like it's broken and it won't work?
You're not sure, but it is almost in two pieces.
May I examine this item, Nasara?
Please do.
Alright. Andrew, considering my past nat 20 on identifying that portal back there, can I do another Arcana check, perhaps at advantage?
I will give you that.
God, I love asking for permission to just get free advantage. It works out like every time. It's incredible.
Until it doesn't.
Until it doesn't. 1 second. I just gotta. All right, there we go.
Can I pray over him, giving him my guidance? You get a D4.
Oop. 25.
It gives off kind of this signature as the teleportation surgical, but the magic in it is very faint.
As if it would break upon one last use.
Potentially.
Well, it seems that this key will activate one more time, Nasara. Do you have any idea where this may lead?
A very slight idea. Very slight.
Could you share that with the rest of us? It would be impertinent. It would be impertinent for us all to know this information, especially when so many dire consequences would happen, depending on which route we choose. For example, if we teleport and we take this somewhere, nobody's going to be here to drive my carriage back to my home.
That's not entirely true, Lord Zahad. We told those 3 individuals that if we were not back, and he's gone,
He's gonna go drive the carriage back himself now. We can deal with the rest of that.
I mean,
what is the reason for getting this portal open? I don't remember why.
So okay, we're gonna have a little huddle out in the swamp with all the mosquitoes.
Wait, no, can we huddle back there with Emissary? He's currently boiling water for tea.
Yes, let's do that.
Excellent. Also, can someone hold my hand? I'm falling into this little hole here, and there's a rock in my boot.
Zahad, just take my hand, all right?
Ah, Kieran, too kind.
Ugh.
Don't act as if this is such a chore for you, Kieran.
Oh. I have a Murphy on me now. I cannot move.
Good job, Murphy.
You guys need to move to the right. You're on that's a blocked spot. Yeah.
How do we?
I
How does
just
one
couldn't
go
because there
up?
was a Murphy on me.
Oh, I see.
Prestidigitation for everyone as they come into the hut, the tree.
Yep.
She cleaned my boots.
Yeah,
Oh,
magically
yay.
clean all the things.
I hand everybody a teacup and I start to pour tea into each of the
Yay.
teacups.
Immaculate.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are 2 very important things that need to get done.
Sugar's a hot.
Thing number 1, we need to let the others know that ISO is injured and unable to defend what's left of her home. And we could do that expeditiously, potentially by going through the teleportation circle. That being said, I've never gone through one by myself where I'm the one directing it, so I'm not entirely confident we'd end up where we need to be. The second thing that needs to happen, and we did write that letter, so hopefully that is expeditious enough for this instance. I also would hate to damage the way through the portal for anybody else who would know better to get here to help ISO.
Well, if
I-
I may, the key is simply an activator we can use to make it go now. It can still receive just fine, as well as anyone who could cast the teleportation spell could still use the circle. It's just this key would only maybe work once, twice if we're lucky.
The other side of this wonderful little conundrum is ISO's child has been taken, probably 3 months ago was taken, and we do not know
78
where.
days, we believe.
And so the closest thing that we have to knowing where her child is are those 3 individuals up top in the tent that for 3 months shared a consciousness with whatever nefarious force orchestrated this attack and kidnapping. So I don't know which is the best option. I would like ISO to be watched after, but also her child being missing is a very big deal.
So, do want to interject real quick, Nasara. It's not months; it's seasons, or you could talk about it as weeks.
So for a season.
Yeah, for a season, or for 6 periods, or the days, like Emissary said. So it's 4 seasons for a year, and 6 periods in a season. So I know it's a different calendar than our months, but it's weeks and a season. Each week is 13 days.
Yeah, if I may speak, I mean, obviously the young dragon missing is terrible, and obviously what's happening with ISO is terrible, but I'm afraid that's not necessarily our mission in any way. I'm sure they correlate with each other, specifically the missing dragon, but I feel like whatever's happening with this portal is just us pulling at loose threads of nothing. If you truly want to help, I believe that maybe going to save the young dragon might be our best opportunity. Nasara?
Please speak, Lord Zahad.
Again, stop. It's just Zahad, or if you wish to include my title, it'll be Marquis. I see us getting off track. The dragon has been taken. This dragon is injured. There are people who've gone missing, which we still need to investigate, and we have a route to go and investigate that. This portal will remain here.
Yes.
Could we go to Krigord, do any investigations we need, fight whoever needs to be fought, and then come back here?
That is agreeable, Zahad. I am just apprehensive about leaving this place unattended. It is...
Make me an insight check, Zahad, at advantage.
Important.
17.
I'm looking at Zahad, and I'm going to say we must walk always with the gods. Does he know what that means?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
What is that noise?
Yeah, somebody.
I don't know if it's you.
That might be mine. Let me just mute it for now. Hold on.
I think it is yours.
Yeah,
it is his.
Yep. Zahad, give me a history check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Interesting. Oh, would have been so good. One moment.
Oh.
At disadvantage, I have a 17.
Oh.
It rings familiar. You have heard this. It's a call and answer kind of response.
What did she say again?
She's Nasara.
We must always walk with the gods.
You're not sure where you've heard it. You can't quite place the answer, but it means she knows more than she's letting on, that this has something more to do than with what you're understanding about just a dragon being hurt and a dragon missing and a bunch of people being dead. In Nasara's mind, this is her plea to you basically is, this is an emergency and I'm scared, kind of thing.
I think Zahad pulls his beard a little bit, does a little grin with his mouth, like, yeah, and then his other mouth opens up and does his really big grin, splitting his beard. Nasara, do you find it pertinent for us to stay here or take the portal?
I find it pertinent for us to be in multiple places at once, which we cannot do. And
we can do. There are
I
6
dare
of us.
not split us, because our forces combined were barely enough to traverse the swamp. We're barely enough to defeat the 4 assailants in the tent above. I do not wish to separate us. I think that would surely lead to our failure, and I don't think that we can afford to fail right now. I would agree to going to Kriegord, to doing the investigation we planned on coming to do. I'm glancing at Iso. She's dying, and if she dies, there will be dire consequences.
All right. I gotta read something. Just a moment.
Do you honestly think you can keep her from dying?
I don't know.
That's the problem.
I believe that we could with her child. Give her hope again. Give her something to fight for.
Feel like
she's a dragon.
Well, if we haven't already convinced her of that, I don't know how us staying here and watching her die is going to fix anything.
I think on the physical end of things, we can definitely fix her. It's just the
What does the wound
more than physical healing?
What does the wound look like?
The wound's a gash that is just festering still, and
festering how?
Melt will actively tell you that there's some lingering element there. I think probably the assessment we had was there's some form of curse or something, kind of poison-ish, that's lingering there. It's not like actively doing damage. We've got her relatively stable. It's just it's not healing.
It's like a cursed disease because she's immune to poison, whatever. But
I think Murphy had an idea of maybe some spell that he might try in the morning, but
I have a lesser restoration.
Yeah, okay.
That would cure a disease.
Well, the improved version of that, the greater restoration, is what cured melt.
Yeah, I'm afraid
greater restoration would be incredible to have here.
I'm afraid it might require that one, but
I'm not that powerful of a healer.
Yes.
Zahad, give me a investigation check as you're looking at the wound. Yep.
Could I? It's like help just from like my giving my
don't need it.
Of what I never mind.
You guys showed him exactly where it is.
Yeah.
This is more of him inspecting the wound to learn.
Rolled a 13, plus 4 plus 9 is 26.
Okay. It appears to be the exact split of a sword or dagger. It goes fairly deep in, and that's what is festering. You know there are weapons for slaying creatures designed specifically to slay that creature.
Oh, this is some sort of bane.
Oh, Zahad, have you find out where the moon came from, my friend?
Well, yes, this is some sort of baning effect of a weapon of slaying.
Yes, I realized that a while back ago.
But so we're thinking it was a wound from a weapon of slaying that had a cursed disease present.
Basically,
Some
there
sort.
are
So it's
weapons
a
designed.
two-tier kind of damage.
It's a weapon designed to weaken and eventually would kill if it's the creature that it's designed for. So if you've got a weapon of giant slaying or a weapon of dragon slaying or
that is a very expensive type of weapon. I could probably find whoever made that. Perhaps then I could figure out who has it. But we need to return home for that, or wait for my people to do their paperwork, which could take a week.
I believe that it may be pertinent to send word to your people so they can get started on that expeditiously.
Make the letter, send it.
But the more I'm thinking on it, we've sent word twice now, and you're right, Melt and Murphy. If we haven't already convinced Iso to put her trust in us to save her child, I don't know what else we can do other than following through with our words, with actions. I think you're right. We need to go to Krigor.
Have we sent the message out the bag yet to get somebody here?
Yes, that just now happened. Earlier we sent the letter for Nasara, and just now I sent the one. Basically, I want to figure out who could own. I want my people to locate anyone who is capable of making or who are, because I imagine high-level magical weapons are on a registry, because that makes sense. But I'd like to find out whoever owns a type of weapon that could do that.
Zahad, give me a history check just straight now.
Straight now. I'm not adding anything. It rolled off.
You get a nat 20?
Yeah.
Oh, gotta love those SD-Way dice.
These roll so good, I only use them for this game.
Yep. Gruntachin has the forges and special magic, ore and things of that nature in Gruntachin. And that those forges make some of the best weapons in all of Vyatryx. And the fact that Kieran is familiar with that type of weapon also leads credence to it coming from there. Yeah. It's not guaranteed that it comes from there just with your straight thought, but it would make a lot of sense for it to have come from there.
It is a town known for dragon problems. Just
which means they have anti-dragon armaments, which are easily accessible by a great number of people.
Maybe.
This looking for this weapon would be the long process. Our fast process is still going to Krigord.
I think you just drug up a clue right there, though, dude.
Yeah.
Drentachin has access to these kind of weapons. So, odds are, who we're looking for might be from Drentachin.
Or there currently, or as part of an organization. I'm sorry. We talked about you all. I've been staring at that bug for a while. I think I've heard something about secret societies 3 times in the past hour.
Yeah, how many? Just to show of hands, is part of a secret society right now?
We don't need to know what.
Yeah, just hot or cold. Nasara, you can go ahead and put that up because you've been acting funny ever since we got down here.
Yeah, especially that gods thing you said. That was really suspicious. Looking straight at Zahat, you're not.
You stared at all 5 of my eyes. You stared at all 5 of my eyes at once. I don't know how that's possible.
Well, you have to look directly at the middle of your nose.
So
is that?
That's the trick.
There. You've blown his mind.
I can think about that later.
There are those out there who would use the connection between Vyatryx and the plains, the realm of the gods, to do ill bidding. I had the fortune of being born into a family dedicated to preventing that. The people who used to live here were born into families dedicated to that. They gave their lives to protect Beatrix and everyone on within it. And I do not want their sacrifice to be in vain. I don't. Have you heard of the Horizon Walkers?
I could go into an in-depth explanation, but yes. I mean, I literally had a book that we talked about in the first episode.
Yes. I do not know where you got that book. I do not know how it is allowed to exist. But that is the level, that is the situation. That is the society we're dealing with.
Sounds so unfortunate for those born into that society.
It
Having
has,
to always serve.
It has its benefits, but some blessings come at a cost.
All
I
right,
bet.
out of character, Nassar, you're hitting everything of my ideals for God, like really hard with like a hammer and a nail.
I just this place. If you look out that way, and I'm pointing to the horizon of this massive illusory swamp. Somewhere out there is a connection point with the plane of ooze. This place is here to defend that, to prevent anything from crossing between the two planes. This place has fallen. Anything nefarious on that side could come right through. Anything nefarious on this side could go right through. This is why we need somebody to come and help ISO. It's why I'm hesitant to leave her. Because at the very least, if no one can defend the node, somebody should be watching it to report if anything crosses over either way. The good news is I have a strong suspicion that those who attacked this place did not go into the plane of ooze. They went back topside. But we have to find them.
How do we know they didn't come from the plane of ooze?
The vision that you guys had showed them attacking the dragons while they were flying, and then the rope ladder descending into the cavern.
Okay, that's right.
We also know we're dealing with people from this plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know that looking back, the hole that you descended down to get here was carved out. It was not a natural occurrence. It was not something that had been there long.
Okay.
Looking back on it, the rope is not the natural way into this area.
They knew this was here then.
Somehow they knew this was here, and they set a trap and attacked it.
Right. Well,
Can we stop anything coming through this portal? Honestly,
I don't know.
With proper preparation, I believe that is possible. Yes, but currently we do need assistance, and it is the responsibility of those who are capable to be responsible. I need to call for help.
Okay.
Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
who on earth could Zahad call for help? I am thinking that I'm going to directly go to my oldest children.
Yeah, I mean that would be definitely a potential. I mean your family could definitely do something with that. You know, your daughter has a way with weapons.
Yeah.
An
Well,
emissary.
Malakir, I think my oldest is like an elite guard.
Mhm.
Like maybe I can just pass this off onto my children and let them figure it out and
And hold it until something.
hold it for now.
How would you get them here?
I have a letter I can send.
Okay.
Probably it's probably like because when you have kids you talk about things like code phrases for things that are just awful. I need help now. This is the baddest. I'm probably just gonna send a message. It's gonna give a route to where we are. The smallest amount of detail of what the problem is. I'm also gonna have it encrypted so that way only my family could read it. And the main the saying is gonna be the sky is falling.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send it and hope for the best.
Okay. At this point, as you guys are sitting there, ISO raises her head and turns to look at you, Six. As I have been listening. Zara, your passion is noted, appreciated, and the group you have aligned yourself with all seem to understand importance. I will do my best to hold the way shut till help comes.
Do not overstrain yourself. Your survival is paramount. Your child needs someone to come home to.
That task to you all, in whatever fashion you deem is best. Please choose 2 champions of your group. I have a gift. Give. Pick 2.
Nasara, you should pick
But-
one. I think Nasara has to be one at this point.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Nasara.
Nasara, pick
I am
another.
uncomfortable.
I would
am
say-
uncomfortable.
Nasara, you've uncovered this. This is
I'm
line to you.
uncomfortable.
This is your decision to be made.
Great, uncomfortable. Ooh, who's not gonna die?
Ow ears. Ow
Yeah.
ears. It's okay. Nasara, it is those who have power and have the responsibility must use it. This is currently a moment for you. Make a decision. We are
You're
with
one
you.
of them. You get to pick the other.
Don't pick the frog.
Yeah. Nasara is spiraling a little bit. This is like way more faith than anybody's had placed in her in a very long time.
Actually, I think I.
Maybe a politician ask for it.
No, as a bonus action, I activate my spell nexus to change out a spell I have prepared. Fuck, where did it go? I don't have it written down. Never mind. I had another spell that is gone now.
Yep.
Never mind. I just Nasara, do you need to have a good intellectual think about who to choose? In which case, I will just very gently tap you on the side of the head. Think about it. And essentially, I'm giving you my exceptional wit cantrip.
I don't know what exceptional wit does. I'm sorry.
In game terms, it gives you it's a D6 to any intelligence check. But in this instance, I think it would help you draw conclusions. If that makes sense.
It does not.
It would help you weigh values. If you cannot make a decision, Nasara, roll a dice.
Oh yeah, there you go. We should have just said that.
Nasara, I trust your decision no matter what.
Well, yeah, there are 6 of us, so you can number us off and then roll a dice and let that decide.
Uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. So very uncomfortable.
I
Especially
believe that.
Lady ISO, you shouldn't be granting gifts. You should be focusing on yourself and making sure that you stay in one piece and hold.
Nasara,
Yeah, so you've talked to us for.
just accept the gift.
It should be you, Nasara, and Zahad. You are the.
Oh, please, no.
Oh,
I have plenty of
Zahad?
power.
Yes.
Nasara
Zahad is,
must make the decision. This is your moment.
Mhm.
We will not fail you. This is our responsibility, but you must make this current decision. We will bear the weight of this choice with you.
This is her way of helping get her child back.
Emissary, prepare more tea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm getting the
let's
nervous.
do this while we like cozy down
Yeah,
a little bit.
this is over a long rest.
This is
Yeah,
good.
guys.
This is
Yeah.
good.
This tea's really good, I will say.
I'm
I am
just
glad you
really
like it.
torn because like part of me is like because Melt's the one who like pried it out of me to start with, so like okay, he's in this now, and how do I keep him safe from the silencers? I just throw him into the deep end and I give him Iso's blessing, and then what are they gonna do? Kill the chosen of a shepherd? Absolutely not. But then also like I can tell Kieran's resistant, and so this would be a good like olive branch of like, hey, hashtag not all dragons, man, and and I just and then
There's a few good decisions here. Yeah, I think one of us could be it. I think.
and Murphy's like already got that connection to the swamp, so being blessed by a creature whose like whole thing is the swamp, it would play into his. It's Mel. I'm going Mel.
Okay. Now the other option: are you accepting the other one for yourself, or are you forcing it on someone else?
I don't know if anybody else is like they all said I had to. So
Right. However, again, that is a good option. You could choose 2 of us to bear this weight with you.
Yeah.
I just
Do not choose me.
with all respect, Zahad, you are so very blessed in your own ways.
If I may, I'd prefer to give those blessings.
Yes. I can't accept this blessing, Lady Iso. I have not finished my calling. I have failed. And I appreciate it. But please
Sorry, Nasara.
bestow
No.
please
Nasara.
bestow it
What have you
on
failed?
Melt and
No. Nasara. What have you failed? Look around. What have you failed?
not here, Zahad, before I knew any of you.
she did
Melt.
not finish her schooling.
Melt and
Oh, please. I didn't finish my schooling.
Melt and Kieran, please.
If this is what you wish.
It is, if it would help us to retrieve. Lady Iso, what is your child's name? Yeah, come up with a name, DM, because I know you don't have.
I'm sure you might have one,
ISO,
perhaps.
ISO
Come
looks
up with
at
a
you.
dragon name.
ISO looks at you and says, "My child has yet to choose and earn her name."
Sounds like a cop out. Sounds like I don't want to make up a name right now.
Well, I
So
mean,
true, but it's also so cool.
well, If that's the lore we're going with, then I know how Boo got his name.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
As you choose those two, ISO appears to lock eyes with Melt and Kieran
At the same time?
at the same time.
Chameleon eyes.
Like, no, it feels like her eyes are only on you, like individually. And you feel her hot breath as she exhales. And I need each of you to please roll a d4.
Oh boy.
Con saves. Haha.
Come on.
That's a really low con save.
Yeah, you can only roll 4 and add your
A 2
modifier.
for me.
Okay.
D4. Roll. Okay. That'd be a 1 on my end.
I then need a d4 once again from Kieran.
Okay.
And from Melt, I need you to please also roll me a d4.
Yet another 2.
You okay?
A 4.
Kieran, roll a d8.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Lucky number 2 again.
As you are granted, Kieran, the blessing of protection, you have a +1 to your AC and all saving throws.
22 AC.
This includes
saving throws that
death
matters,
saving
man.
throws.
That is true. But still.
Wow.
22 AC is crazy.
And Melt, you said you rolled a 4.
Yes.
You receive the gift of the chromatic dragon. You now have that feat.
Oh. Okay. Interesting.
So you may add that feat to your page.
Okay. Let me find
Does he get to choose what color, or is it black? The black dragon.
I believe that one is just so you've been
I think you just
manifested
use
with the
chromatic for
powers.
that.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
chromatic.
Oh,
Mhm.
got it. It's a bonus action. Wow.
Yep. And
Plus
a
6 to
reaction.
strength saves. Let's go.
But as she does that, she does fall back asleep as you guys are able to finish your long rest. Is there anything else that you guys would like to discuss as this has happened?
Nasara. I think I do this like we're all bedding down for the night. We're away from the others, like just a one-on-one. Perhaps I bring over another cup of tea.
You are too kind, Sahad.
Nasara, let it be known that you are not a failure. Truly, if you had taken any other course in your life, you would have not met me. We would not be here. We would not have been able to come here to assist ISO. You are not a failure. You have done everything you have done perfectly. And I respect you.
I appreciate that, Sahad. I really do. The mysteries and eccentricities of the stories woven by life are complicated and unknowable. And for every action and every disappointment, there are other possibilities opened. That being said, I have failed expectations, dreams of my own that others had for me. I have always tried my best. However, it takes all sorts, and some people are just destined for different things. And I appreciate that you see the value and the good in me. But that does not mean that I didn't have other things planned for myself. And coping with the loss of that envisioned future is something that I'm learning to do every single day.
Nasara,
Yes,
I have many brothers and sisters. I am, without a shadow of a doubt, the weakest and most pathetic of them. I've never been able to accomplish any of the things they've done. The city, the idea of it, is the only thing that I contributed.
are you
The will
happy?
to try and put it together. But for the most part, when it comes to my bloodline, I am a failure. I had many expectations put upon me. I had previously set many expectations upon myself. To be responsible of the future you say is the one that should have happened, that's too much. It's too much for anyone. The gods, in all of their infinite knowledge, they cannot prevent the future. Whatever it may be, it's not for us to know. Some can glimpse into it. Some can plan for it. Take Emissary there, and I'm going to point at Emissary doing...
I'm just standing there staring off into the...
On sentry duty.
Exactly.
It's like someone told me I needed to watch to make sure nothing crossed over.
His eyes extended in binoculars.
That's right.
He's making like a little whirling sound as he like pivots, like.
Yeah.
I've known him a fraction of my lifetime, and much like you, he, I believe, feels lost in this world. He feels as if there are things he could have done, should have done, has done. I've never been very good at pep talks. My spouses have told me, and my children, as sad as that is. Let me just say that we will get through this. It's the only thing we can do. It's inevitable.
Yes. And you say that, and she kind of grips onto her amulet. Yes, time does not stop for anyone. And however our stories end, we will reach the conclusion together. Probably not at the same time, though, correct? Yeah, I dearly hope not.
I can't wait to see it. And Zahad's going to scoop you into a big hug.
Oh.
And then his back will like crack in the wrong way. I'm sorry, it's happened. Help.
So,
what was that? What was that noise? Why that was so loud? Is someone
One,
okay?
2, 3.
It was like a wet pop.
Sounds like somebody snapped like 5 sticks at one time.
Oh.
Nasara.
So when you like grab her,
Uh-huh.
Like, I mean, I feel like it's not very much a surprise anymore. She's under an illusion. You don't, she's,
She's
it's,
shorter than she looks.
it's just, when you go to grab her, it's lots of thick cloth is what you feel when you wrap your arms around. And there is like there's substance in the cloth, and there's not a ton of warmth there. But
Actually,
even
what
you would think that you would be touching her skin feel like cloth.
Actually, what I feel is immense pain. Nasara, I'll enjoy our talk. I must go cry in the corner. Emissary, help.
When you
Yes,
are
of course,
crying in your corner, if you would like to talk about your family, like not the yucky. I mean, if you want to talk about the yucky stuff with feeling inferior to your siblings, I've got plenty of stories of that myself. But maybe the happy ones about your spouses and your children. I don't know if I'll ever have that. I'd like to know what it's like.
Another day, then. For now, I'm going to start crying. Okay.
Poor thing.
Zahad is done. Long rest, please.
Yes.
Sorry for eating up 20 minutes.
No, it's perfect.
You're good. No problems.
Andrew is
Andrew-
also undeniably muted.
You're muted.
Yep, I was muted.
Yep.
My bad. So nothing else anybody's doing this evening before bed?
Emissary, again, these
We all brush our
shoes,
teeth because
I'm...
Yes,
Sorry,
let
go
me.
ahead.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Oh, we all brush our teeth because we're not animals.
Ah, yes. I must pull out this little one's for my regular teeth, and then this large one that has iron barbs. That's for the larger teeth that are hidden in here.
Interesting.
Very off-putting. Thank you.
If as long as you don't notice that they're all like sharp and serrated, it's really fine.
Okay, everybody beds down for the night.
Yeah, Kieran will just he'll go to bed, but he'll mostly think about throughout the entire night about the fact that Nasara chose him and is kind of conflicted about that. But he drifts off to sleep.
Is it pretty obvious to everybody that she's under an illusion, concealing her true appearance? Okay.
At this point,
Like
you guys,
we don't need to roll for it to like.
you guys
I mean,
walked
we-
through a swamp, and
She looks
she
immaculate,
was
yeah.
immaculate the entire
Yeah.
time. She was face down first in the mud at one point, and got up and had no
Yeah.
mud on her whatsoever.
The thing was attached to the back of her neck, but wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never seen
I-
it. This guy self-work against you like that before.
I have actually. Well, actually, the last time it was greater invisibility, but
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the greater invisibility work bad for somebody. She fell out a window unconscious with greater
Oh, no.
invisibility on, and it wasn't her that cast it, so it wasn't her concentrating on it,
Oh,
Oh,
and
no.
so nobody
that's-
could find her.
that's bad
Yeah.
day.
oh, my goodness.
Yep.
Oh,
Gotta love that wild magic
yeah,
surge.
and I was
Oh.
bleeding out too,
Mhm.
so I was not stable. It was great.
mm,
Yep. Nasara, as you are sleeping, you hear the grandfather clock, the ticking, and the chimes as you kill Melt.
Oh no.
Again?
Oh, I was writing notes, not looking up. Like,
Whoa, this is like a sharp turn. She blesses him and then kills him. Wow.
Yep.
Oh
How
my
will Kieran
gosh.
feel in the morning when that happens? No. And you see once again your conversation with Zahad replay. But this time you see the words, every step that you have taken has led you to this point, is all wrapped in time magic.
I said that.
Yes, you did. And you feel the comfort and the understanding that the one you have made a pact with understands what has happened, and that you are on the path that he needs you on, and that you have made the decisions that best impacts that going forward. And as that peace and understanding comes up from you from Orochi, you also gain a feat. Eldridge Adept. May add that to your character sheet, as he has granted you more of his power as you continue to impress and manipulate the timeline as he fit.
Thank you. Sweet. Awesome.
And
I don't like Nazar is just here for the vibes. Like, yay, Hiroshi's happy with me. Yay, I did a good. I did a made proud. Yay.
And as you do that, the clock just continues all night. You hear the ticking, the chimes of the hour, but it helps you have a restful night. And everybody wakes up in the morning. Iso is still asleep. He seems still very exhausted. Seems the gifts that she bestowed did drain the magic that she had in her, as she is trying to recover it. But she does seem to be doing better than she was yesterday. What is Dolly's plan of action?
Kriegord.
Yeah, we're going back up the ladder.
I will need athletic checks at advantage as you climb the ladder, because the first 700 feet of the ladder are exposed.
Guys, I don't know if I can pass
Yeah.
this.
Can
I did not roll well.
just
Make guidance myself.
can I give advantage if I take
That's a
disadvantage?
6.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I got a 6, you
we
guys.
already have advantage.
We already have
Oof.
advantage.
We already
Yeah.
have advantage. I don't think I'm gonna pass this.
Even with
Can
advantage.
you get on
it's
my
like-
back? Can I carry him up the ladder?
I rolled the
Maybe
same
we need to
thing
use the
twice.
teleportation circle just to get out of here.
I got an 8.
Okay.
Let me see here. Oh,
Guys,
Uh-huh.
I cannot say this enough.
Uh-huh.
Defeated by a ladder.
I love these dice.
Uh-huh.
Look at the Discord.
This is another natural 20.
oh, nice.
Oh.
The king of ladders. Actually,
Oh.
That's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
that's sad. Ooh.
I got a 13.
so I have a total of a 19.
I try to catch melt.
Oh, guys, I'm a -1.
Me too. I rolled
I
a
have a
7
plus
and
3.
a 6.
Oh wow! Oh no!
No, I had a +5.
I rolled 5 twice.
Isn't it a plus
Oh.
6, Kieran, because of your new...
No, because
Blessing?
those are it doesn't give you bonuses to checks. It only gets you bonuses to
Oh,
saving throws.
saves. Yeah, you're right.
Nice.
If it gave me bonuses to checks, that would be crazy good.
All right. So your pass is a 15.
Oh God.
Okay. If you are less than a 15 to a 10, you will take 1 level of exhaustion climbing up the rope. If you are between 5 to 10, By the time you finish the rope ladder, it is 2 levels of exhaustion.
Ugh.
If
Oh.
you are less than that, it is 3 levels of exhaustion.
Wait, could you say that one more time?
Less
Under
than-
what?
So if you are 15 or greater, you're good. You made it up the ladder. If you are 10 to a 15, you take 1 level of exhaustion to get up all the way up the ladder. If you are a 5 to 10, it is 2 levels. If you are less than that, it is 3.
How
And it
do
is
I-
just because of the sheer length of this rope ladder and the fact that there is nothing to support you for the first 700 of it.
Thanks. I'd probably be going up last, but I guess I couldn't really put them or anybody on my back.
Please
I
allow
was
me.
going up.
I will go first.
It does take a long time for you all to get up, especially with those rolls. Probably 4 to 5 hours of
Oh
climbing
wow!
to get to the
Oh, wow.
top.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm just up there for like 4 hours going, "You're doing great, guys. Keep it up."
Yeah, I'd probably be the next one up.
Yeah.
After that.
Yeah, you're probably definitely up there. Probably takes you about 3 Zahad to get up there.
Oh, I could have just flown.
Good.
Terrible shame.
Melt, Murphy, Nasara. It takes probably about 6 for you guys to get up. Yeah.
Oh, that was a good workout, guys. I'm a little bit exhausted, a little bit
Guns.
tired, but I'm
Kieran,
good to
look at
go.
your muscles.
Yeah, they're rippling.
Incredible.
Is Melt okay?
Yeah, Melt comes like crawling out of the hole and just lays on the ground.
I've been
Just
watching for a
he
few
collapses. It's just I'm done.
I think Melt's melted.
I'm done.
hours. Melt
Yeah.
vomited
Just
more than
just
5
put
times.
me in the coach. Put me in the coach. Just
Yeah,
put
my
me in the
speed
coach.
halved.
Just put me in the coach. I no.
Melt, I have bad news for you.
No, put me in the coach.
Yes, sir. Emissary.
Better yet, just put me in the bag. I'm done.
I will. I
In the bag.
Emissary,
I'm done.
he said
pick up
it.
Mel.
Bag him.
I'm done. I can't
You should-
walk anymore.
No, I mean I'll kind of do the fireman carry. I'll get Mel on my shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Thank
and if
you.
Murphy's the same way, I'll put Murphy or Nassar on my other shoulder. I'll do that.
Oh jeez.
So I have a question.
Ooh.
Because the Eldritch Adept I took was aspect of the moon. So does that mean that I gain the benefit of a long rest while doing light activity? Does that mean if I just don't do anything for 8 hours, like if we all just get in the carriage and we ride, does that count?
Yeah,
Does that count as a
technically.
long rest?
You can
Yeah.
only long rest once a day.
The last dream I'll ever have was of talking to Zahad.
Oh.
It's a good thing it wasn't ominous or anything, or had my words literally taken out and bolded in front of you. I mean,
Oh no, it's a good thing.
how are the 3 people still up here?
They are.
All right, back to work. The one that died was the half orc.
Hmm.
So I'm going to talk to Corcus.
Okay.
Corcus, good afternoon. How are you?
Remind me, Corcus.
Corcus, you told me is the Corcus Aspen Shadow is the elf.
I was just asking for remembrance. Good. I guess it's evening now, Zahad?
No,
Marquis.
it's
No,
if I check my sundial,
it's about 4.
I had to walk outside to check it. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. That just means I guess it's sunny outside, so that's good.
The storm's passed.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Gorkus, Nasara had visions while she was infected with this creature. Pull out of the bag, put it back in the bag.
Mhm.
She believes that they are linked by a hive mind. Can you tell us of anything that you learned while you were under?
He kind of looks at you and says, "It was weird."
Here, maybe this will help you, and I'll give him a plus d6 on any history checks he might be making.
Okay. as he begins kind of thinking. Yes, I would say it was kind of a single consciousness. In the fight, I knew what the others were doing and what was being done to them before I saw it, if that makes sense. And knew what each of us were going to do in response. But other than that memory, the last memory I really have is of inspecting that cave outside of Krigor.
The cave outside Krigor. Did you bring this up before?
Yes. They were assigned to go inspect a cave that
Right, and that's where they lost.
Mhm.
Okay. Excellent. Could you mark here on my map where that cave is?
As he pulls up, you pull up the continent of Crimrise. Same for everybody. Oh, that's a rat mill. I need Crimrise.
We're going back to a rat mill.
Yep. As he does, he points that it was. Why can't I ping? What am I doing wrong?
I can't ping either.
I haven't been able to do it this whole time.
Draw it.
Yeah.
Just draw it. Aha! Is that it?
Nope. Put it over across the bridge where the water and the mountain meet.
Nope.
You see
Brad,
where I'm
look
sitting?
at us. Look where we're all pointing, Brad. Good job, Brad.
Yep. He marks that's the spot.
Sorry, Nasara. Ugh.
The circle marks the spot.
Yep. That was the cave that they were sent to investigate.
Excellent.
I'm helping.
Would the three of you like to join us in our carriage as we proceed back to Krigord?
If you don't mind, it's better than walking.
I agree.
From here, it's still like 9 days walking.
Yeah.
Excellent.
If we would have time, I'd maybe pull emissary to the side and have us go grab the carriage while this conversation's happening.
Good idea. Yeah, good idea.
Please don't forget the boat.
The what? Well, I can't hear you. We'll talk in a second.
Yeah, though the carriage is still tied to the tree, just as you left it. It is not right up next to it. It appears that the water did continue to rise, and so you see that it has kind of the rope is pulled further back to the full extent of it, and kind of moved it off into the trees.
Do we see the boat at all?
The boat is tied to the steps,
Okay, good.
where you guys were. But it is now kind of leaning like this on the step and then down to the ground. Because that first step was still way down, but you guys had a bunch of water that made that first step be basically land.
Maybe Kieran and I can tie the boat to the top of the carriage to take it with us.
Sounds easy enough.
Yeah. Not a problem. You guys come back. The carriage is right at the steps, so because you can't really get it up the stairs, because that's just basically it was rocks that appeared to be like steps.
Excellent. Let's just put the boat on top of the carriage.
We already had him here.
Yep.
Already had him use Zahad.
Excellent. Sorry, pardon me. I'm just, yes, bugs. Who would like to drive on the way forward? Again, it requires a finesse of the mind, really. So I think Melt would be a solid choice.
No, I'm too tired. I'm envisioning a bed in the back, and I'm like just laying down. I'm done. just nope.
He's out.
Let's see. I
That's
won't deny
weird.
I'm a little worn out too.
This
I don't know
vehicle
if I'd be best.
this suddenly looks a lot like the night bus from the Harry Potter movies. That's very interesting.
And
The shrunken head is here too.
Yes, like Melt would give the commentary of the net. I am far too exhausted, Master Zahad, to be of any help in piloting this thing.
Very well. I will take the reins.
Die in the back.
How do I turn this on? How does one change gears?
You just, you simply think.
Oh
it,
yes,
Master
no,
Zahad.
I don't touch it. That's correct. Thank you, emissary. So kind and insightful.
But wave your hand right here to activate the starter mechanism, right? Yeah. Up. Yes.
What an
Yes.
ingenious invention.
As it does, it lurches forward.
Easy on the.
Yeah.
Hey, watch the
Sorry.
brakes up there.
That's a clutch.
Really touchy.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I guess we drive.
Sounds good. Anything going on other than the 4 that are exhausted in the back?
Resting.
I think Zahad is like, it's almost like I'm giving a lecture of some like very no useful information, very minute detail about this type of law that was passed 500 years ago and the things have happened since then. So you all take like psychic damage, right?
They are resting.
Oh no, it just puts them to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so good
This
at things.
this is the
I
worst podcast
literally
I've ever
cannot
heard.
be put to sleep anymore. Like it's
Nasara,
physically
just her head the window, just like
She's like, please, please.
Can we put on a different podcast, please?
I'm
Blood from the eyes comes out. Yeah.
I think I'm burning some incense and trying to connect with my patron.
Yeah. Does like Melt snore? Is he a snore?
sorry, Nasara, there's no Wi-Fi out here.
So actually, Kieran will look at Nasara and realize that she's clearly not having a very fun time with this lecture, and will actually look at her and say, "So, you forgoed your gift that we were offering you to give it to me?"
I have not earned one. One
And why
day I do hope to earn the gift of the shepherd, but I have not.
And what makes you think I earned one? I mean, I feel like we weren't really doing well together back there. You know, it didn't seem like we were kind of opposing a little bit. So I'm shocked you gave it to me of all people.
You stayed your hand. You didn't have to do that. You always assisted, ran headlong into the undead. Put yourself physically between us and danger. That is a very admirable attribute, very desirable among the Horizon Walkers. It's why I failed. I don't have that.
I'm certainly no Horizon Walker. I just do what I can to protect mortals.
That is the spirit, if not the name. You should accept the name. You have the spirit.
I don't believe so. I don't. It's not for me, I don't think. But maybe.
It is very structured, and it's ultimately not up to me. I fear what the elders will do once they hear of our escapades.
If your elders do not grant you any, you've taken much responsibility, to say the least, and if they don't grant you any respect towards you, let's just say they'll have a problem with me, because you have done all you can to do to be. I mean, you did a lot back there, so no matter what, they should respect you and what you did, and see what you did as a good thing, despite your past.
I appreciate that. But we'll see. Maybe we will get lucky with the elder that shows up, and they will be understanding.
I'm sure things will go well. Don't worry.
And Melt's just over there dying. He's already asleep. He's like, not even.
I don't like ladders. I don't like stairs. I don't like any of these things.
Are you having that
No.
nightmare? You're climbing up an infinite ladder, and like our faces are like.
I think
spinning around you.
rope ladders are his new nemesis. Just like
It's-
just
it's-
no.
It's
It's
a
my
nightmare
pain.
where you're climbing up the ladder, but you can still hear Zahad's lecture podcast
Yeah.
in the background.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not fun.
Yeah,
You hear
just
me
when
and Nasara's conversation as well. It's just all over the place.
Just when you
It's like
think
Inception,
the
everything's in
ladder's
slow motion,
ending, it just
too.
keeps
Yes.
going. It's like
Also, it's the like rope ladder final at gym class, and you forgot your shorts at home, and
oh,
and your teeth are falling out. Every stereotypical nightmare, all wrapped up into one.
Spiders start crawling up the rope ladder better than you.
Yeah. It's on fire at some point.
Yeah, nothing really transpires through the rest of this day. Guys can make camp. No issues whatsoever.
I do hate to be that person, but I don't have to sleep.
I know. You
Can
were still
I
exhausted.
drive?
You
Can I drive?
Can.
Night bus activate.
Is driving light work?
You just have to think about it.
Yeah. Okay. I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, reading a book is considered light work.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yep.
Wow, that's very helpful. I'm glad you chose that.
Yeah.
So,
I
Nasara,
will stay up there
giant
with
cup
her,
of
yeah.
coffee.
I would not turn down your tea, Zahad.
Whatever. Drive safely, Miss Frizzle. This is a bumpy road.
Nasara, just give me you can actually give me a charisma check because your magic is charisma based.
You're disadvantaged because I got a level of exhaustion, and checks are made at disadvantage when you're exhausted.
Oh. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have removed one yet.
It's on ability checks, so
Well, I drove the first
that's
day.
double 9.
Well,
That's
she's
true.
she is taking over at the
Oh,
end
for
of
the
the
night.
day. Yeah,
Gotcha.
for the night. So you can only
Only
benefit from a
4
long
hours.
rest once in a day. So even though they've been resting all day, they don't get the benefit till the next morning. 'Cause you
Oh,
can't just long rest, do something, long rest.
That would be crazy if you could do that,
Yeah.
but it's not very
Um,
realistic.
The
oh, it would
the
be.
total, the dice at disadvantage plus my charisma.
Oh.
She died.
She died.
Oh
Uh,
no.
There's a
Can't
lack
keep
of
happening.
But you have the
Second.
evocation,
I'll
but
bring
there's
her
no lack
back.
of sleep.
I'll bring her back.
Do it, Zaha. There
Oh.
you did, Zaha. Perfect.
14.
So good.
Okay.
Good job.
Yeah, with the 14, it is easy enough to make it. It actually, there's a smooth transition. Like when Zahad quits, the lurching every once in a while kind of stops, and it's just kind of a slow and steady pace.
So mean.
You have too much on your mind, Arki Zahad, to be thinking
You're
about
reading your
just
mail.
driving. Yeah.
Driving with my feet, like, oh,
14
these bills.
letters.
Yeah. But you guys are able to continue. It actually, the transpired was actually as Zahad was looking for a spot to kind of pull over and set up camp.
Traffic today is crazy. Like a deer on the road. Ah!
As you guys continue on, you may take another long rest as another day has transpired.
Bye bye
So
exhaustion.
You may remove one of those points of exhaustion for those that have just one.
Yeah.
Melt, you look as if you wish you were dead.
I mean, I'm better today than I was yesterday.
Are
Yesterday
you?
was
But
awful.
2.
I'm
One.
at 2.
Oh, honey.
Yeah.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 2.
Two.
Oh, honey.
I got the 3 levels of exhaustion. That's why I was like, I'm just gonna go in the back. I'm not useful for anything right now. Don't ask me to do anything.
Murphy, are we on the right path? It is
Oh.
hard for us to tell here.
Yeah, are we on the right path? I don't know.
You got the heads up display going, right?
Follow the arrows.
Yeah, just keep going that way.
I don't have
I
control.
mean, we're
of
just
the-
following the river right now, aren't we?
Yep.
That's what we're doing. So it's
That's
not
what
very
you've
hard to
been doing,
navigate.
Got it.
You're staying on this side of the river, but yeah.
Listen, yeah, following a source of water is a known thing that helps you track or find your way. So it's a very good strategy.
Unless the river moves.
If the river moved, I would scream. Actually,
Well, you should be always screaming because rivers are a constant source of motion.
yeah, you actually get a little bit closer.
I hate that made me laugh.
As everybody wakes up feeling a little bit better, you see Nasara still wide awake at the helm, still moving the carriage along.
Sarah, I don't mean to be annoying, but do you need to take a break? I'm happy to drive.
If you wish to steer the wagon, as it were, you go right ahead. But I am not. I am feeling less fatigued than when you first handed it over. So, thank you.
I'm also feeling less fatigued. I feel like I could drive it.
Oh
maybe.
my gosh, Kieran, you're scared. Oh my
Sorry,
heart.
I know it's really
Ugh.
early. I wake up really early. You know.
You were just there.
Morning,
Ooh.
people.
Yeah. Anyways, anyone want some coffee?
Yes, please.
I do make some good coffee.
Murphy, you still got one there. Melt still
Yep.
has two.
Yep.
Nasara, you have one, or you have zero? One. Okay. You guys are able to keep driving today if you would like. Is there anything that is going on?
Unless
I-
something significant's happening, I think we're just going straight to Creeborn.
Yeah.
Fast travel.
That's
Not a problem. Yeah, nothing bad seems to happen. It does take you, let's see,
4 more days.
days. 4
Cue
days.
the travel montage.
Yep. As guys arrive at Kriegord, your carriage pulling in, you see a small town bustling. What appears to be a church, a doctor's office, a bar, saloon / hotel, a general store, a blacksmith, and a 1-bedroom schoolhouse. Very much giving you Old West vibes.
Do we see any people, though?
Yeah, there are people walking to and from, in and out of town. Do not see any like homes inside of the town.
Are their necks exposed?
Yes.
Where did that tumbleweed come from? Why is it bound?
Wah, wah, wah.
Tumbling.
Did anyone else see that? Anyone else see that tumbleweed?
Yeah.
No, but did you see that man spit into that bottle from 30 feet? That was incredible.
And it made such an interesting sound.
It's much like a gong.
And that is where we will end this evening, as our intrepid adventurers have arrived at Kriegord after an interesting detour on the trip. So hope to see you all next week. And until then, I hope all your games are as filled with as much shenanigans as ours are. Have a good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night,
night,
everybody.
everybody.
Buddy.